hoped by the people of Communipaw that he had fallen in some foreign brawl.
Or been swung on some foreign gallows.
Calm summer evening, boat, somewhat heavily laden, was seen pulling into Communipaw. What was the surprise, disquiet of the inhabitants to see Jan Jos Vanderskamp seated at the helm, and his man Pluto tugging at the oars. Vanderskamp, however, was apparently an altered man.
He brought home with him a wife who seemed to be a shrew, and to have an upper hand with him.
He was no longer the swaggering, bully ruffian. But affected the regular merchants and talked of retiring from business. Settling down quietly to pass the rest of his days in his native place.
The Wild Goose Mansion was again open, but with diminished splendor and notoriety. It is true, Vanderskamp had frequent nautical visitors.
The sound of revelry was occasionally overheard in this house.
But everything seemed to be done under the rose.
And Old Pluto was the only servant that officiated at these orgies.
The visitors, however, were by no means of the turbulent stamp of their predecessors, but quiet, mysterious traders, full of nods, winks, and hieroglyphic signs, with whom, to use their cant phrase,
everything was small.
Their ships came to anchor at night in the lower bay, and on a private signal, Vanderskamp would launch his boat.
And accompanied solely by his man Pluto.
Would make them mysterious visits.
Sometimes boats pulled in at night in front of the Wild Goose, and various articles of merchandise were landed in the dark and spirited away. Nobody knew whither.
one of the more curious of the inhabitants kept watch and caught a glimpse of the features of some of these night visitors by the casual glance of a lantern, and declared that he recognized more than one of the freebooting frequenters of the Wild Goose of former times, from whence he concluded that Vanderskamp was at his old game, and the mysterious merchandise was nothing more nor less than piratical plunder.
The more charitable opinion, however, was that Vanderskamp and his comrades, having been driven from their old line of business by the oppressions of government, had resorted to smuggling to make both ends meet.
extraordinary fact which is the butt end of this story. It happened late one night that Janjas Vanderskamp was returning across the broad bay in his light skiff, rowed by his man Pluto. He had been carousing on board of a vessel, newly arrived, and was somewhat obfuscated with his intellect by the liquor he had imbibed. It was a still, sultry night. A heavy mass of low clouds was rising in the west, and then muttering, distant.
Vanderskamp called on Pluto, pull lusted, that they might get home before the gathering storm.
The old Negro did not reply, but shaped his course so as to skirt the rocky shores of the island.
A faint creaking overhead caused Vanderskamp to cast up his eyes when, to his horror, he beheld the bodies of his three-pot companions and brothers in iniquity dangling in the moonlight.
The rags fluttering and the chains creaking.
As they were slowly swung backward and forward by the rising breeze.
What do you mean, you blockhead?
Right, Vanderskamp.
By pulling so close to the island?
I thought that you'd be glad to see your old friends once more.
Growled the Negro.
You were never afraid of a living man. What do you fear from the dead?
Who's afraid?
Hiccup Vanderskamp, partly heated by liquor, partly nettled by the jeer of the Negro.
Who's afraid? Hang me! But I would be glad to see them once more, alive or dead, at the Wild Goose. Come, my lads in the wind!
Continued he.
Taking a draught and flourishing the bottle above his head.
Here's fair weather to you in the other world! And if you should be walking the rounds tonight, odds fish. But I'll be happy if you will drop into some.
A dismal creaking was the only reply. The wind blew loud and shrill as it whistled round the gallows.
Chuckled to himself. And the lightning back up in incessant blaze. It will start midnight before it landed at the main, dripping and shivering. Vanderskamp crawled.
It was completely soaked by the storm. The water soaked from without, having diluted and cooled the liquor within, arrived at the Wild Goose.
He knocked timidly and dubiously at the door, for he dreaded the reception he was to experience from his wife. He had reason to do so. She met him at the threshold, and a precious human.
Is this a time
Said she,
to keep people out of their beds, to bring home company, to turn the house upside down?
Company?
Said Vanderskamp, meekly.
I brought no company with me, wife.
No, indeed. They got here before you by your invitation. Blessed looking company they are, truly.
Vanderskamp's knees smote together.
For the love of heaven, where are they, wife?
Where? Why, in the blue room, upstairs, making themselves as much at home as if the house were their own.
Vanderskamp made a desperate effort, scrambled up to the room, and threw open the door.
Halters round their necks. Bobbing their guts together.
As if they were hobnobbing and trolling the old Dutch freebooters' glee.
Soon translated into English.
For 3 merry lads be we, and 3 merry lads be we. I on the land, and thou on the sand, and Jack on the gallows tree.
Vanderscamp saw and heard no more,
Starting back with word, he missed his foot on the landing place.
and fell from the top of the stairs.
He was taken up, speechless.
And either from the fall or the fright was buried in the yard of the little Dutch church at Bergen on the following Sunday.
From that day forward, the fate of the wild goose was sealed. It was pronounced a haunted house and avoided accordingly.